welcome all of you to the meditation class again. Before we go ahead to meditate in more advance, let's discuss the reason why we are doing so. With reference to Lord Buddha's enlightenment, all of us used to learn that Lord Buddha enlightened on Four Noble Truths. That is the truth of sufferings, cause of suffering, extinction of suffering, and Eightfold Noble Path. Talking about Eightfold Noble Path, some of you might know about the number one of the Noble Path is right thought. Number two is right intention. These two noble paths is known as right wisdom. And again, another three, those are right speech, right action, and right livelihood is known as sila or disciplinaries. And another three is known as samadhi. Those are right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration of mind. In practice, to understand perfectly these Four Noble Truths, we got to practice sila or disciplinary, samadhi or concentration of mind, and panya, wisdom, through what we call the direct way to nibbana. That is through application of four contemplations of physical body, of feeling, of thought, and dhamma. We are going to contemplate or meditate on physical body and mind and dhamma together from now on. But before we go to that procedure, let's understand that there are two levels of meditation which result right wisdom. First is the mundane level, that is can help to calm down our mind, or in the other word, to help our mind to be peaceful by collection of the fact findings on impurities of physical body. That means that we got to be mindful in all our body as well as mind, and to see or to collect the reality that all our body are impure, not beautiful, and to see the real condition, which is natural conditions of our body or compounds, that this nature has the similar conditions, that is subjected to be changed. You know, all compounds, things like ourselves, are subjected to be changed and to be impermanent. If anyone attached to these compounds, along with craving and delusion, will get suffer, more or less, according to the level of attachment. Finally, all of these compounds are non-self. No one can attach forever. So, this knowledge is called right wisdom, which can help the meditator to be peaceful. And we regard this level of meditation as mundane meditation. Higher than that, we have to develop our meditation into contemplation of Dhamma, especially to collect fact findings on the Four Noble Truths, as well as the 7 factors of enlightenment. On that level is named supra-mundane meditation or wisdom, which will help us, or will help the meditator to remove entirely passion of cravings permanently. So now we are going to follow this method in order to calm down or to make our minds be peaceful and to get the fact findings on the natural conditions of the compound and to collect information on the Four Noble Truths and to be aware or mindful in the 7 factors of enlightenment. All right. Before we go to meditate again, we have to receive the precepts of moralities first. All right, you go ahead to request for disciplinaries. All right.
Mayang Pante Tisane Nasaha Pancha Sila Niyajama. May I receive the triple refuge together with the 5 precepts. Tutiyampi Mayang Pante Tisane Nasaha Pancha Sila Niyajama. For the 2nd time, may I receive the triple refuge together with the 5 precepts. Tatiyampi Mayang Pante Tisane Nasaha Pancha Sila Niyajama. For the 3rd time, may I receive the triple refuge together with the 5 precepts.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Bhutang Saranang Gacchami. I accept the Buddha as my refuge.
ธัมมังสรณังคัจฉามิ
Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. I accept the Dhamma as my refuge.
สังฆังสรณังคัจฉามิ
Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. I accept the Sangha as my refuge.
ทุติยัมปิพุทธังสรณังคัจฉามิ
Tutiyampi Bhutang Saranang Gacchami. For the second time, I accept the Buddha as my refuge.
ทุติยัมปิธัมมังสรณังคัจฉามิ
Tutiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. For the second time, I accept the Dhamma as my refuge.
ทุติยัมปิสังฆังสรณังคัจฉามิ
Tutiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. For the second time, I accept the Sangha as my refuge.
ตติยัมปิพุทธังสรณังคัจฉามิ
Tatiyampi Bhutang Saranang Gacchami. For the third time, I accept the Buddha as my refuge.
ตติยัมปิธัมมังสรณังคัจฉามิ
Tatiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. For the third time, I accept the Dhamma as my refuge.
ตติยัมปิสังฆังสรณังคัจฉามิ
Tatiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. For the third time, I accept the Sangha as my refuge.
ปานาติปาตาเวระมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิ
Panatipata Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. I undertake to observe the precept of refraining from killing.
อทินนาทานาเวระมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิ
Atinatana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. I undertake to observe the precept of refraining from theft.
กาเมสุมิจฉาจาราเวระมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิ
Game Sumichachara Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. I undertake to observe the precept of refraining from sexual immorality.
มุสาวาทาเวระมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิ
Mutsavata Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. I undertake to observe the precept of refraining from falsehood.
สุราเมระยะมัชฌะปมาทัฏฐานาเวระมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิ
Sura Neraya Macha Pramatatana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami. I undertake to observe the precept of refraining from partaking intoxicants.
อิมานิปัญจสิกขาปทานิสีเลนะสุขติงยันติสีเลนะโภคะสัมปทาสีเลนะนิพพุติงยันติตัสมาสีลังวิโสทะเย
Sadhu.
From now on, prepare to pay homage to the triple gems and meditation service. ยะมหังสัมมาสัมพุทธัง
Yamahang Samma Samputtang
ภคววันตังสรณังคโต
Bhagavantang Saranang Gata
อิมินาสการเรนะ
Imina Sakarena
ตังภคววันตังอภิปูชยามิ
Tang Bhagavantang Apipuchiyami. May I now pay homage to the Buddha, all enlightened by himself, whom I acknowledge as the refuge whereby all sufferings shall be removed.
ยะมหังสวาขาตัง
Yamahang Sawakatang
ภควตาธัมมังสรณังคโต
Bhagavata Dhammang Saranang Gata
อิมินาสการเรนะ
Imina Sakarena
ตังธัมมังอภิปูชยามิ
Tang Dhammang Apipuchiyami. May I now pay homage to the Dhamma, well preached by the Lord, which I acknowledge as the refuge, whereby all dangers shall be removed.
ยะมหังสุปฏิปันนัง
ยะมหังสุปฏิปันนัง
สังฆังสรณังคโต
สังฆังสรณังคัจฉา
อิมินาสการเรนะ
อิมินาสการเรนะ
ตังสังฆังอภิปูชยามิ
ตังสังฆังอภิปูชยามิ May I now pay homage to the Sangha who practice well, whom I acknowledge as the refuge, whereby all sickness shall be removed.
อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภควา
Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava
พุทธังภควันตังอภิวาเทมิ
Puttang Bhagavantang Abhivatemi. Homage to the all-enlightened Buddha.
สวากขาโตภควตาธัมโม
Swakato Bhagavata Tammo.
ธัมมังนัมสสามิ
Dhammang Namasami. Homage to the Dhamma well preached by the Lord.
สุปฏิปันโนภควโตสาวกสังโฆ
Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅkho.
สังฆังนามามิ
Sanghang Namami. Homage to the Sangha who practice well.
Again, for those who haven't attained Dhammakaya yet, they can meditate at the beginning method along with by imagination of a sphere at the center of their own body. Rest your mind at the center of the sphere locating at the center of your body about 2 inches above your navel level. This called Bodhikam Limit, and repeat the word Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang at the center of the sphere continually until your mind, which is comprised of the sphere of vision, sphere of memory, sphere of thought, and sphere of awareness, to be at oneness at the center of your body. There will appear your own nucleus as bright, as luminous, and as the same size as the sun at the center of your body. When you see the nucleus very bright and luminous, don't be frightened. Just rest your mind there at the center of the center. When your mind is perfectly concentrated at the center of the center will expand itself. More and more refined nucleus will appear accordingly. You just rest your mind there at the center of the center until you reach the most refined one. The center will enlarge itself. There will appear your own refined human body or Dhammakaya. Whatever refined body you see, you wish that you become that refined body. Detach your feeling from the crude one. Become the more and more refined one. Rest your mind there at the center of the body until the whole body and the nucleus are most refined and luminous. Stop still at the center of the center. More and more refined body. For example, celestial body and refined celestial body, Brahman body and refined Brahman body, formless Brahman body and refined formless Brahman body, and then finally Dhammakaya. bigger and bigger, more and more refined. Whatever refined body you have seen appearing, raise your mind there at the center of the center. You wish that you become the more and more refined one. Raise your mind there at the center of the center until the whole body and the sphere are most refined. Even though you see more and more Dhammakaya, you wish that you become more and more refined Dhammakaya. Raise your mind there at the center of the center until you reach the most refined one. Alright, go ahead to do it. For those who already attained Dhammakaya, you wish that all of your body's mind spheres stop at oneness at the center of the most refined Dhammakaya. And you wish that you become the more and more refined Dhammakaya. Stop still at the center of the more and more until you reach the most refined Dhammakaya, and until you feel that you detach from the feeling with all bodies except the most refined Dhammakaya. On that stage of mind will be the most pure, luminous, and the most refined Dhammakaya will appear in Nibbana. And you wish that your most refined Dhammakaya be at the center of Pranippan or Lord Buddha, who is sitting on a throne surrounding with the Dhammakaya sense. Alright, go ahead to reach that stage. Alright, stop still at the center of the center. Alright, did you reach Nibbana yet, Alisa?
Yes.
Raise your mind there at the center of the center. Marianne?
Yes.
Alisa? Angeline?
Yes.
Alexina?
Yes.
Very good. Now, you wish that Lord Buddha's more and more until the most refined visualization attached perfectly to yours. Raise your mind at the center of Lord Buddha. And then look into Dhammakaya and wish that you see all of your 18 refined bodies at the center of the crude one. Focus your attention to the center of the crude body's nucleus. Stop still at the center of the nucleus and wish that the nucleus expand itself all over your crude body you will see all transparent. And then you make a wish again that you see all of your organs all over your body at the same color. And you inspect all over your body, starting from the top. To be mindful or to see from your hair if it's lovely or impure. The skin, skeleton, your brain, and observe down to your mouth, your throat, your nose. Is there anything lovely or impure, Alisa?
It's impure.
Impure. Now, observe again downward. All bones all over your body, covered with meat, fat, and skin. Take a look downward to your stomach, liver, your lung, rib, and you will see the digesting food in your stomach. And a very old stuff after digested. Did you see that, Marianne?
Yes.
Lovely or impure?
Impure.
Impure. You see all over your body. And this implies to all persons. Nothing in the body are lovely. All are impure. Rest your mind there at the center of your nucleus. Stop still and purify yourself until all bodies, minds, and sphere stop at oneness. Be at oneness. Rest your mind there at the center of the very little vacuum. You will see the string, the very transparent string again. In fact, previously you used to observe your past lives through the past string. Now there exists the string of future lives. Very transparent, very little, thin, very thin. Did you see that, Angeline?
Yes.
Alexina?
Yes.
Raise your mind there at the center of the center. Make a wish that you see your future lives for the next 5 years. Stop still at the center of the center. The center will expand itself. You will see yourself when is the next 5 years old. Do you see that, Elisa?
Yes.
Stop still at the center of the center, the same procedure. Go ahead to see the next 10 years and the next 10 years until the end of your age. Did you see that, Marianne?
Yeah.
Raise your mind there at the center of the center. Angeline?
Yes.
Alexina?
Not yet.
Go ahead, stop still at the center of the center. Go ahead one by one, each period of time. Who already see the end of the life, stop still at the center of the center, and you may ask Dhammakaya, what is your age? When it's going to die? And this, you can observe the most reality of ourself, which is the compounds matter that we are subjected, especially all compounds, living or non-living, are subjected to be changed from the young up to the present, older, and become sick sometimes, and dead. Alright, you wish that you come back to the present and purify yourself during contemplation. You will see all compounds are subjected to be changed, and if anyone attached to these compounds along with cravings and delusion that all of these are ours or are yours, are his or theirs, they will become suffer when they have to separate or have to leave the lovely compound. The degree of sufferings is according to the degree of attachment with craving and delusion. Finally, all of these compounds, living compounds or non-living compounds, be all non-self. Alright, you purify yourself, become more and more refined Dhammakaya until you reach Nibbana again. Become at the center of Lord Buddha. The enlightened Dhammakaya of Lord Buddha is not a compound. It's a very pure element. Therefore, Nibbana is not subjected to be changed, not to be impermanent, but permanent. And be peacefully happy. Become more and more refined Lord Buddha. And ask Lord Buddha if this is true. Is this true, Alisa?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Marianne?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Angeline?
Yes.
Alexina?
I don't see it.
Mm-hmm. Become more and more until the most refined one. Again, to prove that if Lord Buddha is nothing or is the self which can be touched, let's try by having your Dhammakāya's hand touching his body to make sure that this is the permanent purest element or just nothing. Alisa, what is it? Nothing or the permanent thing which we can touch itself?
Yes, it's permanent.
And how, when you touch it, when you touch Lord Buddha's body, how rough or refined do you feel?
It's very soft.
Very soft, very refined, and very radiant because of non-ignorance and passion at all. Raise your mind there at the center of the center now. You learn that all the worldly compounds, living or non-living compounds, are similarly subjected to be changed, impermanent, and non-self. All right, look into the center of your crude human body again. There exists a sphere of suffering. You look for the first time, you seem to be clear at the center of the former nucleus. Did you see that, Alisa?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. At the center of the, stop still at the center of this suffering sphere, the one which you see clearly, that is the sphere of rebirth. And inside the rebirth sphere, you can see a sphere of old age. Mary Ann, did you see that?
Yeah.
White or black?
White.
See carefully. You wish that you see the sphere in the rebirth, and you see the sphere of old age. Angeline, is white or black? The sphere of old age.
Black.
Black, huh? Black, but not very black, right?
Yes.
Yes. The sphere of old age is black, but sometimes you didn't see this because your mind is very, very refined and very pure, so cannot see it. You have to make a wish that you see according to the natural color of those reality. The sphere of old age, not the same size. The advance in age, this sphere is larger than the younger. Again, at the center of the sphere of old age, for the sick people, there exists a sphere of sickness as black as charcoal, and at the center of the sphere of sickness, for those who is nearly to die, there exists the sphere of death, very black and very brilliant. If this sphere of death appearing at the center of anybody's sphere and cause detachment of the refined spheres and body from the crude body, that person is dead right away. But for the normal people, we won't see these two spheres, the sphere of sickness and death. So when we refine more and more, refine bodies and sphere, this can help to get rid of sickness as much as we can. But since we are subjected to be changed, impermanent and non-self, all have to die anyway. But all of this sphere of factual suffering or noble truth be at the center of ourselves. Take a look again. Center of the suffering sphere. There exists the three spheres together of cravings. The first one is also, take a look carefully, Alisa. Black or white? What did you see?
It's white.
It's white. Stop still at the center of the center to see the natural color of the cravings. What color did you see, Marianne?
Still white.
Still white because you refine yourself. Angeline?
White.
Okay. In fact, how about Alexina? Did you see?
I don't see.
You didn't see. Stop still at the center of the center because you'll still be very refined. In fact, there are three spheres in black color, but not very black. We call cravings. The first one is craving of sensuous desire. The second one at the center is the craving for future becoming. And the third one is non-existence. Now, can you see some? Alisa? Still be clear?
Yes.
Clear is good because you refine all the time. You become refined all the time. At the center of this craving, there exists the awareness which be cloudy with ignorance. It looks fairly dark but at the center is clear. Okay, did you see some, Marianne?
Yes.
That is ignorance, which is the most root cause of the passion, cravings, and resulting attachment to worldly objects, and cause rebirth, old age, sickness, death, and suffering. Now, we already observed two major spheres, that is the sphere of suffering or misery and the sphere of cause of suffering. Now stop still at the center of the center until you see more and more refined sphere of more and more refined body, until you reach Dhammakaya at the most refined stage. Even you reach Nibbana. All right. Did you see Nibbana yet, Alisa?
Yes.
Become at the center of Lord Buddha, your most refined Dhammakaya. This, you take a look again at the center of the most refined Dhammakaya. You won't see any sphere of suffering and cause of suffering at all. You see the sphere, how large is it? Smaller than Dhammakaya or about the height and the width of Dhammakaya? Marianne? As wide as Dhammakaya size. That means that there is no sphere of suffering and cause of suffering. So that's why all spheres are as the same size as Dhammakaya, especially Lord Buddha, which is the enlightened Dhammakaya, which is the most refined one. Now stop still at the center of your most refined Dhammakaya. Take a look carefully. At the center of the sphere of Dhammakaya, there exists a sphere of Sila, or the pure moralities, which include three spheres together. One is the sphere of the right speech. The second one at the center of the former one is the sphere of the right action, and the third one is the sphere of the right livelihood. Stop still at the center of the center. Angeline, did you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Now again you see another sphere is very pure. It's Samadhi sphere, which there exist three spheres together. One is the sphere of the right effort. Inside the right effort is the right mindfulness, and at the center of the right mindfulness sphere is the sphere of the right concentration of mind. Very pure. Alisa, did you see that?
Yes.
Finally, the most refined and luminous, very bright, the sphere of wisdom, the right wisdom, comprised of two spheres, which are the sphere of the right thought and the sphere of right intention. Finally, Mary Ann, did you see that?
Yes.
This is the whole Four Noble Truths. Starting the truth of suffering, which exists at the center of the mundane bodies, like human bodies, celestial body, Brahman body and formless Brahman body, as well as the sphere of cause of suffering. But the sphere of extinction of suffering, they all are Dhammakaya. You might observe that Dhammakaya, when Dhammakaya appear, all of those impurities be removed. And all of this impurity are perfectly, permanently removed when they become enlightenment, as the enlightened Dhammakaya of Lord Buddha or saint. And again, for all Dhammakaya, there exists the Eight Noble Path. Alright, when you see this, become more and more purer and purer, more and more refined and purer, until you reach the most refined and purest Dhammakaya at the center of Lord Buddha. Before you have a rest, you wish that Lord Buddha be with all of you, and ask Lord Buddha to bless all of you to be peaceful, pure, happy, and prosperous. And you wish that all of our virtues be shared by all world beings. Alright, be at the purest stage and open your eyes tenderly before having a rest. Alright, let's pay homage to Lord Buddha again before leaving. Alright. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava.
Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava.
Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivatemi.
Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivatemi.
Sawakato Bhagavata Dhammo.
Sawakato Bhagavata Dhammo.
Dhammang Namassami.
Dhammang Namasami.
Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅkho.
Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅkho.
Saṅghang Namami.
Saṅghang Namami.
All right. Thank you. Lord be with all of you.